Well, hello, everyone. This is Raquel, and I want to welcome you. It is a beautiful, beautiful day as we continue to go through so much transition, transmutation, awakening, shedding of our old identities, and stepping into new levels of gratitude, of living from our heart, of stepping into new ways of actually walking our path upon this reality. It is an incredible time, and we keep saying this, but 2020 has been one of the most crazy experiences I think any of us have actually had in this current live stream. And as we sit halfway through the year, we are stepping into a realization that nothing from the past is going to be able to pass through the threshold of where we're going. The only way we can move forward is when we do so from our hearts, when we do so in a space that is aligned with the future that we are creating. And that truly has nothing to do with the past where we have already experienced the low vibrations and the separation that is the main experience on this planet. As we are in the middle of July, we're sitting on really intense magnetic shifts as the Neowise comet continues to sail through the atmosphere. I love the name of this, the Neowise. And for any of you who are the Matrix fans, as I am, Neo has a special meaning to you, and I know that it also has much deeper meanings in the esoteric and theologies of old. And so Neowise, the fact that this comet was named that is really a tribute to what the energetics of this comet are bringing through. And we're also sitting at some pretty expansive celestial alignments as well. And I know we've been in many planets being retrograde, and we're stepping into a grand cross right now. And many things are happening in the celestial heavens that truly still do affect most of humanity on this planet. And as these alignments continue to happen, and as the comet Neowise continues to stream through the atmosphere, bringing in new codes of enlightenment, new ways of activating the magnetic structures that create the way in which matter is formed, the way in which consciousness is experienced. And yes, we've had many comments in the past that have really activated a large majority of the light workers on the planet. We go back to the Hellbop. We go back to other comets that have streamed through and really brought a punch, if you will, to activate the dormant DNA in many, many of the souls here that are destined to bring forth a new reality. And Neowise is no exception. This comet is bringing forth really powerful activations. And it's working not only for humanity, but it's also working very deep within the magnetic cores of the planet, the magnetic cores of all of the cellular structure, the magnetic cores of how matter is brought together. And so the Neowise, as it continues to stream through, I believe it hits its peak at some point around the 23rd of this month. So this week is when Neowise becomes the most visible on the planet. And so with all of this going on, we are continually being asked to shift, to change, and we are literally being changed at the molecular level. The magnetics of the structure of how the codes are coming in through the celestial alignments, the punch that this comet is bringing through the atmosphere, the way in which our bodies respond to magnetic shifts. And this is going all the way down into the core of Gaia. It is affecting her planetary body as she is part of the celestial experiences that are going on. And so we are truly having major upgrades going on and major changes to the magnetics that are held within our body, within the structures of reality. And so we are being asked to stretch. We are being asked to continue to embrace the shifts and the changes that are happening. We are continually evolving into new ways of seeing the world, new ways of experiencing our reality. And as the magnetics go deeper into our cellular structure, into the adamantine level particles, we are literally transforming from the inside out. And this is going to affect our outer reality. Everything is needing to change, to realign, to break down, break through, and birth something entirely different. And yes, the trees will still look like trees, and the ocean will still look like the ocean, and the natural world around us will continue to express in beautiful ways, but the subatomic, the molecular structure, and the magnetics are beginning to shift all across the planet right now. And as we continue to move into higher levels of consciousness and into alignments with the true aspects of universal mind, of the universal structures outside of the distortion in which we have experienced for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, actually millennia on this planet, we are transforming not only the consciousness, but the entire platform, the entire structure in which reality is based. And we all know that we live within a holographic reality. We know that the quantum is simply projecting this holographic reality, and that there are many, many, many simultaneous holographic realities that are being experienced across this quadrant of the universe, across this particular galaxy, and definitely across this particular planet and all of reality that is here. And so we're being asked to stretch our minds, open our hearts, surrender what we thought was real, and step into all the new potentials and possibilities that are wanting to present, but they're presenting through a new magnetic. They are presenting through a new alignment that we have not experienced in this reality before. And so all of our perceived understandings, all of our projections, all of our egoic structures, all of our ways in which we believe this reality to be are being, how should I put it, tested perhaps, are being stretched into a breakthrough threshold. And as we stay in our hearts, as we continue to align with universal mind, universal truth, with the multiverse and the energies which are outside of this structured reality, as we pierce the veil and connect in with those expressions of universal truth, we begin to allow that to come into our physical expression, into our own spiritual matrix, and begin to break, to birth through the outer shell of the reality we've been seeing, we've experienced, and we were absolutely, positively sure was real. And to open up our hearts, open up our higher minds, release our egoic structures, and dare to go beyond this reality. And this is what we're being asked to do. The first half of this year has been extraordinary on many levels, many not pleasant. And the second half of this year is going to continue to be extraordinary as we pierce the veil of the illusion of what we have absolutely believed is true, to really move beyond and step into a reality of consciousness, a reality of truth beyond anything that we have ever even dared to dream or glimpse. This is the exciting expression of the reality that we are piercing through. This is part of what the codes from the Neowise Comet are bringing in, and all of the alignments into galactic core that we continue to see and experience, how it literally pierces through into our cellular, our bioelectrical, biochemical, into our magnetics, into the adamantine level, into even beyond the adamantine level of consciousness, into the pure energy waves of creation.